Hi friends, it's Suzanne here from sunstampin.com. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I want to welcome you to my weekly Wildcard Wednesday video on my blog and YouTube channel. The card designs I share today are a little more technique driven, but nothing too complicated. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you shop with me. For today's card, I'm featuring embossing folders. I'm going through a stage right now, so I can't get enough of the embossing folders, and the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folders, my main focus today, but I do have the corrugated embossing folder as well. So I have 2 pieces of thick Whisper White and 1 piece of crumb cake, and they're going to be run through my die cutting machine. And I have 2 of the Parisian flourishes there and 1 of the corrugated. Now I'm going to trim them down with my trimmer. And one I'm going to leave whole. This one I'm going to leave whole. And I have the, what is that called? Seaside Spray metallic ribbon. And it was featured, I think, in the holiday catalog. But I checked and you can still get it. So if you don't have this lovely ribbon, you can still get it. You could also put another bright colored ribbon with this card design. This is as simple as it gets. This is a full card panel, so 5 and a half by 4 1/4. And I'm going to put it on a Whisper White thick card base, so it's nice and sturdy. Now, to adhere the dry embossed piece to my card front, I'm using tear tape or Terran tape. Anyway, it's a very strong adhesive, and sometimes when you run a piece of paper through your die cutting machine with the embossing folder, it kind of makes the paper a bit weak. So you need a nice, first of all, a nice strong thick piece of paper to put through your die cutting machine to get embossed. And secondly, you need a nice glue that's going to stick it to your card base, such as tear tape. I didn't want to use wet glue because I didn't want any of the embossed pieces to get wet. I also know that any other kind of adhesive just doesn't do the job. So using my bone folder, and that is that card. So here's my second one. This takes a few more steps, but not very much. I've cut that piece down to, I think, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And this corrugated piece is cut down to 4 1/4 by 2 1/2, I think. I'm just putting a bit of adhesive on the end of the corrugated, and I made it 5 1/2. And then I noticed that I didn't cut perfectly, so I've got to trim off that little bit. So this is going to be the exact same kind of design. I'm going to wrap a ribbon around it. This ribbon is the Magnolia Lane. It's actually probably an overlooked ribbon, and I really like it. You don't get very much because you get like a green twine with it, which is unfortunate. I shouldn't say it's unfortunate. I just don't like green very much, and it's very unusual that I will put green twine on a card. But you never know. It's always nice to have, but I do really like this ribbon. It's soft and it's got a natural tone to it, so it really works with the crumb cake, I felt. So I'm just tying a bow and cinching bits off, and I noticed that my scissors were a bit gluey, so they didn't cut the ribbon well enough. So I'm going to have to clean my scissors before I go in for a second attempt. I'm going to do the same thing with this card front. I'm going to use tear tape on the back so that my pieces don't fall apart and it is nice and sturdy for the recipient. And I am going to just put it on a Whisper White thick card base. I'm not even going to put a stamp on it, folks. This, I could just, I mean, it's an everyday thing. It could be for a wedding. It could be just for, hey, how's it going? You know, here's a little note. Here's some money inside. I just think you're great, kind of a card. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, kids. I will see you on Friday. Have a great week. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.